Hey guys, it's Greg from East Coast Eyes here with the Lacrosse Network, and this week we're reviewing the new Gait Recon XLU. Alright guys, this week we're reviewing the new Gait Recon XLU, the newest addition to Gait's lineup. This is an X-Spec head, so it's legal for all levels of play, 3 inches to the throat and 6.5 inches up at the top. So our first category is price. All these categories are rated out of 10, 5 total categories for a best score of 50 points. So on price, this head comes in at $85, and at $85 it is going to get a 9 on price. This is pretty much as low as new lacrosse heads go. It's very affordable as opposed to some of the upper heads that come in at $105 or $109. It's a great head, it's very affordable, and a great value at only $85. Next category is stringing, and in stringing, this head is going to get a 7 out of 10. I docked it quite a few points here, and I'll tell you why. The first thing is that there aren't quite as many sidewall holes as you'd normally like to see in a head. The standard these days is really having consecutive sidewall holes all the way up and down the head. There's a few gaps missing in here where I really would have liked to place an interlock, and unfortunately there were not holes there. Another reason it got docked points is these top holes up here aren't very big. Usually I like to put 3 or even 4 strings through these top holes. I was only able to fit 2, which got docked a couple points. And finally, I wasn't a big fan of the multiple holes up on the scoop. There really is no need for all these holes, and I think it just takes away from the look a little bit and doesn't help you string it at all. That being said, I was able to string a solid pocket in it, put an NCAA legal in it with a nylon and 2 shoe straights, mid-low pocket with a good channel, so I was able to string it well, but for those reasons it did get docked in a couple of points and got moved down to a 7. Our next category is face shape. Now keeping in mind this is an X-Spec head, hence the U, so it's going to have to be 3 inches at the bottom and 6.5 at the top, so the flare and pinch are obviously a little wider. But as far as X-Spec heads go, this head gets an 8. It's got one of my favorite face shapes out of X-Spec heads. The throat is nice and long and narrow, but not too long and narrow where you can't really string a low pocket in it, and it's got a nice gradual flare. I really like the face shape of this head and think it's one of the better X-Spec face shapes out there, so it gets an 8 in that category. For stiffness and durability, this head's also going to get an 8. You can feel just by squeezing it that it's not quite as rigid as all those defensive-minded heads that we've reviewed so far, like the Evo 3 and the Cyber X, which is actually good for offensive players. Most offensive players don't want a super rigid head, so it's got a good flex in the middle there, but I think it's still going to maintain its rigidity. They haven't cut away too much of the sidewall. You can see it's got these supports down low, which is going to help keep its face shape down low, keep it X-Spec legal. For an LSM, it might be a little too flimsy, but for a midfielder and attackman, it's probably perfect, so it gets an 8 in this category. Our final category is appearance, and this head actually gets a 9 in appearance. In the past, I haven't been that big of a fan of some Gait heads, but I really like the way this one looks. It's extremely clean, probably one of the cleaner looking heads on the lacrosse market today. Really simple lines, really clean sidewall design and face shape. Not too much extra design, but they kept it just aggressive enough on the sidewall for me. The only thing I don't like is all the top string holes, but other than that, the look is pretty much perfect, very clean and simple, just the way I like it. So overall, the Gait Recon XLU gets a 40 out of 50. It's a great head at a great value with a great price. I think you'll see it on a lot of the college fields this year, especially for the Gait sponsored teams. I think it'll be a very popular choice, and overall, I really like the head. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the Lacrosse Network for head reviews with me every Monday, and make sure to leave your questions about this head down in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer them. Have a great day.